had 60 fruit trees there before I even built a house. So you can see all the little persimmons that's forming on them. There's nothing sweeter than these Asian pears. Something in the soil that affects them, they give it that disease they call Texas root rot, and then your trees end up dying, you know. When I bought this place, it was real cheap, you know. You pay like $120 a year for use of water, no limit. There's two types. One's astringent and one's non-astringent. My name is Fred Wong, and I used to be in the restaurant business for many years up in Flagstaff. Then I bought the place down here and did a little farming and enjoyed it, so that's what I do now. This right here is just a shot of my backyard. I just threw a few tomato plants in that I started, mostly cherry tomatoes here. I keep the plastic on there to keep the weeds down, but the weed's gonna grow where there's no plastic, so I haven't had a chance to weed it yet. Yeah, tomatoes grow good up in this climate here. Then this in the back here is my main orchard here. I got probably 50 trees back here. You can tell from the size of these trees, these are planted quite a few years ago. Some of them I have already here 30 years, and some of these persimmon trees and some of these plum trees, they're at least 20, 25 years old. I started with my dad. They had a restaurant up in Flagstaff, and that restaurant opened for 74 years. So they started back in the early 40s. So I grew up in the restaurant business and knew how hard work was, you know. I mean, you know, you go in early in the morning, you come out at night, you know, you peel potatoes and you wash dishes, you do a little bit of everything, you know. Then I picked up farming, and I did that on the side on the weekends, you know. So I'd have one day off, I'd come down here to Camp Verde and tend my garden and everything. And all the time after that, I said, shoot, one of these days I'm gonna have me a place where I can grow a bunch of fruit trees and have my friends come and pick fruit, you know. I had 60 fruit trees there before I even built a house, so the trees were started growing already, and irrigation was working, and then I bought another lot across the highway and planted it, and just little by little, you know, got more tractors, more equipment, you know, try to make work a little bit easier. This is a 1 acre, the one across the street is another 1.25 acres, and the other one is an acre, probably 3.25 acres. That's way too much. These are my Asian pears. I don't know if you ever eat Asian pears, but when these things are ripe, you come up here and you pick them when they're ripe off the trees. And I got about probably 5 different varieties of them scattered through here. And I grafted a bunch of different ones on a bunch of different trees. So one tree will have 2 or 3 varieties, you know. There's certain lots up here in Camp Verde, which this is one of them. This whole subdivision, when you bought them, they were acre lots, and they had irrigation already plumbed into it. And what it is it's fed by gravity off of a ditch above me a little ways, and it's fed by the Verde River. They shut the ditch around November, and then they open back up in March, you know, for maintenance. But yeah, it's nice to have irrigation, so when I water, I just flood the whole place, you know. Turn on the valve, and that's all you do.